Hi. Now that it's the Christmas season, I know a lot of people are doing their shopping. I've already made an entire YouTube video explaining why I don't think people should buy gifts on Christmas and why I think we need as a society to take a step back from buying for the sake of buying. But I know that for most people, they still are going to get people presents. A lot of times they feel obligated to get something for someone. So I'm gonna chime in and give my opinions about some popular Christmas gifts this year. So I went on Walmart.com and I looked at the Christmas gifts that they were recommending, and I'm literally going to annihilate the presents and explain which ones I think are great gifts to give and like which I would recommend and which I think are shit and you shouldn't waste your money on. So just to start off with, I do want to say a disclaimer in case any companies are watching this. These are my personal opinions. My personal opinions are not a reflection of Walmart, nor are they of these particular brands. It's just my personal opinion, and I'm entitled to have an opinion. I also would like to say, even though I'm probably going to make fun of a lot of these presents, I will have affiliate links in the description for if you want to buy anything. Okay, let's start with the first item. Okay, the first item I'm going to talk about is this Grinch like Lego toy set. Okay, I just want to say, I don't know why people do this, but I think it's such a bad idea to get kids Christmas gifts that are Christmas themed on Christmas. Let me explain. So it's like a Grinch toy, right? That's what it is. But why would you wait till Christmas Day to give someone a Christmas item? Like, if you want to give someone like a Christmas toy, I would recommend doing it on like December 1st so that they can play with it all up until Christmas. And if you're buying this for adults, you know, if it's like supposed to be something that they can put on their desk, then I strongly feel like you should give it to them before Christmas so that they can enjoy it throughout the Christmas month and then maybe reuse it as a decoration each year. But giving people Christmas themed presents on Christmas, that just doesn't sit right with me. Do I think this is a good gift? Would I recommend it? Would I buy it for someone? No. But if you're willing to give someone this before Christmas, like a month before, then I think it could be a fine gift. Okay, next are these like Old Spice bath body gift sets. Personally, I think that these gifts are like a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I feel like most of the time men want gifts that are very practical and useful. Gifts like this that are literally just something they can use, I think are great. Granted, that's an opinion from someone who's not a man. So maybe if you ask a man, maybe they don't like it. But I think these gifts are like A1, like 10 out of 10. I don't know if people are aware of this, but Walmart.com, they do like cash back. Like it says $2 Walmart cash. So pretty much if you buy it, then you can get $2 back. And I saw a lot of different gift sets that were like $1 to $2 back. Some were like $10, $1 back. So keep that in mind. Okay, next are pajama gift sets. How do you guys feel about pajama gift sets? On one hand, I think pajamas are a good gift because they're nice, fuzzy, and I mostly live in pajamas, so I understand wanting to give it to people. But I will say, there have been times in my life where I was like, you know what? I want all of my pajamas to be very cute, aesthetically pleasing. And so I bought a couple pairs of like really cute pajamas. And the thing that surprised me was that I didn't really wear them that much. The pajamas that I actually would wear the most were just the ones that were the most comfortable, which were my favorites. So even though I would like bought a bunch of cute pajamas, I would literally just wear like the same old raggedy ones over and over again because they were comfy and that's what I liked. So that's kind of my problem with buying these little gift sets for people. A lot of times they're really cheap quality, and if someone already has a bunch of pajamas that they like, that they continuously wear, I don't really get the point of buying more for them, especially when they don't need it and haven't asked for it. So for me personally, I think pajamas are kind of a miss, but I know that is an unpopular opinion. I know for some people, they probably love getting new pajamas every year. I think as I've gotten older, I'm just at the point where I have my pajamas that I love, that I want to wear, and I'm gonna wear them, okay? I don't really need a bunch of extra gift sets. Okay, next is this hooded blanket that says Mama Bear on it. My biggest problem with this is that's ugly. That's my biggest problem with it. Is it practical? Probably, but it's just so ugly. It looks, I don't want to say it looks AI because it's probably not, but it just looks cheap. It looks like they bought it on AliExpress for $5 and now they're trying to sell it to you for $30. That's what it looks like. Gross, ugly, cheap, unenjoyable. Instead of buying something like this, if you know someone really wants a blanket, then I would recommend like just buying them a nicer quality blanket. They don't need the Mama Bear thing on it. It's ugly. I don't know what the material is, but just looking at the picture, it just looks cheap. And I've had cheap blankets that have gotten really raggedy after like a couple of years, and this looks like it would be one of them. This looks like it would just look like shit after a short period of time. Do not recommend. Also, if you're buying something for your mother, you don't have to buy her something that says mom on it. She has an identity outside of being your mom. You can just buy her something that she would like. It doesn't have to have like mom, mama, mommy written all over it. Okay, every year at Christmas time, I don't know if it's just because I live in the South, but I see these every year. They're these little sausage, cheese, sometimes they have crackers in them, little gift sets. They are not refrigerated. They're like shelf stable. And I know a lot of people who like love these. Every single year they buy them for themselves, or every year they give them out to people. So a lot of people like die hard are into this. I am not one of those people. I feel like it's kind of either or. Like either you love these products or you're like, why isn't it refrigerated? I think it's either or. I think it's good to buy for someone if you know that they like stuff like that. If they don't like stuff like that, then obviously don't buy it. Okay, next are these really cheap little heart necklaces. Not necessarily this particular necklace, but every year you see the cheap little jewelry. I think those make awful gifts because most people don't like cheap jewelry. A lot of people are allergic to like fake jewelry, and if they wear that, it'll like turn their skin green. I'm black, so I never experienced that. But I know so many people who have those experiences. As well with this like type of jewelry, if you get it wet even once, then literally it's gonna turn like brown or it'll like rust or something. So just because of the cheapness of the quality, I probably would not recommend it as a gift. I don't want to give someone a present that they can only keep for like 2 or 3 years and then it has to go in the trash. Like if I'm gonna give you a gift, I want you to have a gift. I want you to keep it, enjoy it, love it. You know, I don't want to get you something that you're like, oh, this is cute. And then on the 3rd day that you've worn it, the clasp is broken and you just throw it in the trash because it was cheap quality to begin with. Like, no. So for me, it's a no. Okay, next, I don't know why this was in the like Christmas gift section, but it was for some reason. These like Owala, is that what the brand is? Owala, you know, water bottles. Who in their damn mind is spending $35 on a water bottle? Is it me? Am I crazy? Or is that absurd? Like, I understand, like, for some people, they might keep this water bottle for the next 10 years. But also, like, why are you spending $35 on a water bottle? What's special about it? I don't know. And mostly, I just want to say, if someone already has water bottles, please don't buy them more. Why? What's the point? You don't need 10 water bottles in 10 different colors. It's a waste of everything. It's a waste of space, money, energy, thought. Just don't buy it. Waste. Also, just because right now water bottles are a trend, that does not mean they're gonna stay a trend. So even if right now, you know, the Owala is like popular or whatever, 5 years from now, no one might care about that anymore. So buy with caution, but really just don't buy at all. I will say, if it's like a really amazing, phenomenal quality water bottle, if this water bottle can do my taxes for me, then I understand maybe buying it for someone if you know that they really want it. You know, when I'm talking about the items in this video, I'm more so referring to gifts that people aren't asking for. You know, if someone specifically says they want an Owella water bottle, you know, you can buy that. But if they don't request it, then like I wouldn't get that. Like, no. Okay, next is one of those little Fuji film Polaroid cameras. These have been popular for like, I want to say at least 15 years or something. I feel like these have been around for a minute, these like little cameras. I think these make terrible gifts for most people. Most people just don't use them. The people who I know in real life who have these cameras, they'll use it once and then they'll forget about it for a couple of years, and then they'll use it and then they forget about it for a couple of years and they just don't use it. Like in real life, if you want to take a picture, you're gonna do this. Click, click, and then take the picture. Most people aren't thinking to bring their little Polaroid with them, and it's just not practical for most people. And then you have the little Polaroid pictures. Okay, for a lot of people, they'll tape the Polaroids to their wall and then they never use the camera again. It's just, what's the point? If you want photos printed out, you can print them out at Walmart, CVS, Walgreens. However, I do think this can be a good gift for people who love journaling, scrapbooking, stuff like that. People who actually are going to use the pictures or something. But if it's like someone's just going to tape the pictures on their wall and then they're never going to use it again, what a fucking waste of money. Don't buy that for anyone. Okay, the next thing that I see is this really ugly like jacket or whatever. I don't recommend buying clothing for people during Christmas time because everyone has different styles. Everyone wears different sizes. I think clothing is normally bad. If you have kids, then clothing is probably fine because you know what size they wear, you know what their style is. But if it's not your children, just don't buy people clothing. Like, no. Because this is only $10.98, I can't help but assume it's probably not the best quality. It also looks like that really fuzzy type of material. Sometimes that material can be awful because it just looks really raggedy really quickly, and sometimes they collect a bunch of lint and it's really hard to get all of the lint off, so probably stay away. Okay, next is a Pop Mart The Monsters Labubu vinyl. I don't know why they named it that, but you know. With the internet, I feel like it's very polarizing. Either you love them or you hate them. I personally don't care, but I think this should not be bought for anyone as a gift. It's way too trendy, and the problem with trends getting super huge is that they normally fall just as hard. So probably would stay away. Even if you know someone who's like 15 and they're like, Mom, I want a Labubu. I probably wouldn't buy it because a year from now, she's not even gonna care about the little toy. So stay away. Okay, next is a bubble skincare like gift set. Okay, I think skincare can be a good present if you know the person very well. If you know like what type of skin they have, what type of products they enjoy, and stuff like that. I think getting them a skincare gift set could be great. Unfortunately, I think the problem ends up being that someone who has very acne-prone skin buys a lot of skincare and they end up accidentally making their skin worse because they're putting too much product on, they're using too many products, they're using a bunch of only acidic products, and they're just not doing things correctly. So if you know someone who is constantly buying a lot of skincare, probably don't buy them more skincare. They might not even be taking care of their skin in a way that's healthy. A lot of times people need to just go to a dermatologist and figure out what specifically is like causing their acne. You know, putting more and more stuff on your skin isn't always a good idea. I don't know shit about skincare, but I don't think you should just like be buying people a bunch of skincare when you know nothing about their skin. But if you know someone and you know that they love the Bubble brand and you know that they love skincare, then I think this is a great set. Okay, next is this Lego. This is like the Fast and the Furious car from Legos. I've been seeing a lot of like hate, I guess, against Lego. I don't collect Legos, so I'm not really that into it, but I think people have been complaining about it being overpriced, understandably. I'm not that educated on like Legos and stuff, but if you know someone who really loves collecting Legos, I think they're a great gift. Okay, next is a record player. I think this is actually kind of an amazing gift. Let me explain. But there are so many people out there who love vinyls. They love collecting vinyls, and almost none of them listen to their vinyls, and I don't know why. And I've asked people, because I'm like, oh yeah, you collect records. I'm assuming that they listen to them. And they're like, oh no, I just collect them. Oh, I just put them on my shelf. Your shelf? Why? If you collect vinyls and you don't listen to them, please explain to me, because I don't understand. I collect DVDs, right there. But I would never collect DVDs and then not watch them. I collect them so I can watch them. I don't understand the collecting vinyls just to have it. Please help me understand. But for people who like collecting them but don't have a record player, this looks affordable. I would recommend doing research and seeing if this is good quality, because I do not know. So probably see if it's good quality. It has a lot of 5-star reviews, but do your research. Okay, candles. I hate candles. So I don't like when people give candles as gifts. I think if you know someone who really loves candles and they love, like, you know exactly what type of scents they like, a candle could be a good gift. But buying random people candles when you don't know them that well, or you don't know if they like candles, for me that's a flop. Okay, a blanket. I know I already brought up blankets, but let me bring it up again. Okay, this blanket is very simple. It's just like plain gray and it looks soft. Personally, I don't like really giving people blankets as gifts. I just feel like, okay, the people like me who love blankets, like I will wear a blanket in 85-degree weather. I don't care. Like, I just like to be cozy. I need it wrapped around me. I have a blanket wrapped around my legs right now. You just can't see it. I'm a blanket person. And I don't want a blanket as a gift. The people who love blankets already have blankets. We don't want more. I have at least like 4 blankets. I don't need 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel like blankets could be good for people who are older. Like if there's someone who's like in their 80s or something and they get cold easily, definitely buy them like a really nice blanket. But if it's just like, I don't like blankets as like a, oh, I don't know you that well, so here's a blanket as a gift. Like, no. That's how I feel. Okay, the next thing is a Roblox gift card. I think this is like 10 out of 10 for a gift. Not necessarily Roblox, but gift cards in general are great. I love a gift card. I would definitely give someone a gift card. 10 out of 10 recommend. Okay, next are these like gaming headphones. I think these are a great gift because they're practical. If you know someone who like loves playing video games and they always are using like the headphones like that, I think getting them headphones is a great gift. I would only say to do research about what brand you're buying. And if you can, I would recommend looking at what brand of headphones they already have and see if they enjoy those. Because if they already have a certain brand that they love, then buy them that same brand again. But I think it's nice to have a pair of like backup headphones even for when theirs break. So I think these are great. And like I said, do research about what specific brand that you would want to purchase. Okay, next are a pair of fuzzy socks. Unpopular opinion, I'm kind of not into getting socks as gifts. I think my problem with socks is that I have so many. I have so many socks that I've received as gifts, and now I'm just like, I'm all socked out. However, there are people on the planet who like never have matching socks, so they're always trying to buy socks so that they can have matching pairs. Or people lose their socks a lot. I am not one of those people, but those people exist. If you are one of those people, then like I'm sure socks are great. But I don't really like to give people socks as gifts because I feel like they already have socks. Okay, next is one of these like mug sets. I see these all the time. Starbucks has them a lot where it's like a cup with like candy in it, or a cup with hot cocoa, or a cup of coffee. Something like that. Personally, I hate these. I don't think people need more mugs. The people who I know who love mugs already have mugs. I already have a few different mugs that I love and enjoy and that I use routinely. I think the problem is like when you buy someone another mug, they're not going to use it because they already have their set mug that they enjoy, you know? The only time I think getting someone like a mug is really a good gift is like if they just moved into a new apartment and they're looking for mugs or something like that. But I honestly don't think it's a great gift because I feel like people just have enough mugs. People don't need more mugs. And I'm focusing on the mug aspect of it because the candy or the hot cocoa, like that's just gonna be eaten or devoured. That's not really the gift. The mug is supposed to be like the main focal point. So yeah. Also, most of the mugs they have in those gift sets are ugly, so I wouldn't recommend them anyways. Okay, so this is going to be the entire video. Honestly, I was gonna make this video about twice as long, and I was like, I don't think anyone gives a fuck. So I decided to stop filming, and if you want a part 2, let me know, because I have a ton more like products I wanted to talk about. But yeah, I feel like I talked about a good variety of products. I tried to talk about products from like different genders and different age groups, different type of products. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree or do you disagree? Am I crazy? Are these actually all amazing, phenomenal gifts? I feel like they kind of suck. Some of them were pretty good ideas. Mostly I think gifts that are like practical are better than like novelty. So that's all I have to say. Thank you for watching. Kiss, kiss. Okay, goodbye. This video is gonna be long as fuck. I'm sorry. Oh my god, it's already long. Okay. Shoot me, please.